clap in 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
I'm
that
freezing.
sweet, wet sounding clap.
All the sweat that is gathered. I can't think of the word. What's it called? Anyway, the sweat that is clinging to my palms.
Palms are sweaty.
Oh my god, we were in the pub the other day. We'll get to the podcast in a minute. We went out for our first meal out, like post lockdown, just the two of us, and it was wicked because it was just nice to be out and just be like, oh shit, this like feels a little bit normal. But this fucking woman behind us, right? She was boring as fuck,
But
she's
loud.
like dull as fuck. Oh, there's a photo frame. That's it. That's the conversation that she had. Her husband or boyfriend, whatever, didn't say a word.
Was he
that was
dead?
Nice. That was a nice walk, wasn't it? Yeah, we liked that walk, didn't we? I said, can I? This woman comes, can I take some drinks for you? Yeah, what have you on pump? Because I only like drinks on pump. I only like beer that's on pump. You know, I don't like these bottles. I want a pump beer.
I can hear her emphasising the P's in your mockery.
And I was, and luckily my back was turned. I was looking at Lisa like, I'm going to turn around and stab her in the eye with a spoon in a minute.
And she'll probably be like, oh, that was a nice spoon, wasn't it?
Oh my god. Anyway, so their food came, and she, oh yeah, thanks very much. Okay, it's Sunday. Let's just chill out, shall we? You know,
Let's just fucking relax.
Yeah, you've got some food coming. Chill the fuck out. It's cool. And then I could just over my shoulder, just the whole time. Oh, this is nice, isn't it? And then the worst bit, I was looking at Lisa, and Lisa was pissing herself laughing.
Yeah, I think
Because
probably more about your reaction.
Yeah,
than
no,
about what she was
entirely.
doing.
It was entirely because of how I was reacting, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill her in a minute. It's fucking. And then I heard this noise, and I went fucking nuts. I like just slammed my hands on the table. For fuck's sake! And it made Lisa laugh so much she spat her wine all over the table. Oh god, it was fucking boggling. Oh, it was minging. Anyway.
What was she eating to make that noise?
It was a sharing platter, and it was mostly bread and cheese. So I don't fucking know. I don't know
bread,
what
cheese,
it is.
and one strand of spaghetti. For the authentic Italian feel.
Oh my god, it was fucking horrendous. I was going absolutely mad. But the pub had aircon, so that was nice.
I haven't actually. I don't think I've actually been in. I haven't sat down inside a pub yet. I've been in to buy drinks and then leave. So that's about it.
The one I was in, it was a really good system, to be fair. Like, the bar was completely closed. So you go and you just followed a one-way system and you sat at your table and that was it. And then it was just waitress service or waiter service.
Oh, one of the ones I've been to was they had, because they had two doors.
This one did. It was one was entrance and one was exit.
One in, one out. But
Yeah.
you still went up to the bar, but it's all fucking perspex. Apart from two little stations, and you just sort of wait in the doorway until one of the serving stations is free.
I mean, I'm quite happy for quite a few of these lockdown regulation things to stay. You know, like fewer people out. That's nice, and you know, little
queuing, proper queuing.
like physical barriers between you and the next person. Big fan of that.
Yeah, and it saves you buying your own perspex box to live in.
Again, god damn, that was money down the drain, wasn't it?
Yeah, all because that David Blaine stole your thunder.
Can you imagine, right? So, you know, he did that thing, like, I'm going to live in a box for ages, and we all went, oh yeah, alright then, Dave, well done, that's good, isn't it? What if it was, like, as hot as it is now? He'd have cooked.
Or can you imagine if he'd done it, like, he started it at the start of the pandemic, and then his whole support team just fucked off. And then he was just like, guys, please, we're in a box above London. That would
I'm
be
just
weird.
Googling, because, like, what happened to his shit? Like, did he shit in the queue? He was in there for 44 days.
I have no idea. I honestly don't know. It's a thought that I...
Days?
I think it was something like that, 40 days and 40 nights or something.
David Blaine's 44. And then, was it after that he jumped in it? Oh no, that was it. Cheered on by his compatriots during similar stunts in the US, the magician was pelted with an array of objects in the UK. Imagine that. Right, well, what do you fancy doing tonight? Well, I've got a box of eggs. Should we nip down London, London Bridge and just launch him at David Blaine?
I love the idea. Like, that's the place where you see the cultural differences between different places. I mean, in America, there's just like people with banners and flags of like, yeah, you can do it, Dave.
Mm.
And then in London, some cunt's got an egg and a potato gun. And it's just there like, throwing them wasn't quite enough.
Apparently he lost 60 pounds. He had symptoms of starvation, including depleted organ and bone mass, heart palpitations, breathing problems, and loss of skin pigmentation.
Yeah, it's fucking magic.
Oh my god, in the final days of his self-inflicted captivity, he could taste pear drops. A medical quirk caused by ketones produced when the body is forced to begin burning its fat reserves. Or so he said.
That was a fucking David Blaine weird man.
Yeah, he's an odd one. Like,
I mean, most magicians are weird.
You don't want to get into that. You get into dangerous territory there. This could be we could stray into the Prestige very, very easily here, which I started watching again the other day.
How do you start watching it and not finish it? I don't understand.
It's just like a comfort thing. It's like, I'll watch this for 10 minutes and then I'll go and do something else. Because every time I've started watching it, I've been like, just notice something else that I'd not noticed before about it.
Do you just sit down, start watching, and go, I reckon I know how this ends, and just turn it off?
It's just every weekend. Lise, I've got a theory about this film. I reckon I know what this is.
I reckon magic.
Well, actually, you're partly right, because the machine works, so...
Yeah. I mean, it really ruins watching Harry Potter. I reckon magic.
Yeah. Speaking of magic, as we were, Parenthood.
Yeah. Oh, you want to start with a good one?
I don't know.
We're doing it differently.
Okay, I was actually going to start with Friday Night Lights, but
okay, we can start with Friday Night Lights. We can start with a bad one.
Well, no, let's start with Parenthood.
Okay.
Well, no, let's start with Friday Night Lights.
Stop changing your mind. I keep moving to a different tab.
Oh, and it's exhausting, is it?
In this
heat,
yes.
Actually, yeah, in this heat, like, breathing is painful. It's mad. It's 9 o'clock at night while we're doing this, and it's still stupid hot.
Well, my phone reckons it's 31 degrees outside right now.
Jeez.
And that's now. 5 hours ago, I was riding a motorbike.
Oh yeah, because you're now a biker bastard.
Yeah, so expect way more shows about motorbikes if I can find them / if they exist. Biker Mice from Mars.
We've done Sons of Anarchy, haven't we?
No.
We could have done that with Biker Mice from Mars.
We haven't done Sons of Anarchy, have we?
Yeah, we have. Haven't we? I'm sure we have. Like, I think it's one of the early ones, wasn't it?
I don't believe we have.
I don't think anyone knows, or indeed cares. Yeah, no, because it's about the clown at the fair. They're at the county fair, and the pedo clown. Oh no, hang on, that's like episode 2 or something. Yeah, there's like some guns go missing. Like they're shipping guns. Maybe we haven't done it. Maybe I've just watched it.
I don't think because that doesn't sound familiar. Like
right.
Pedo Clown, I was like, okay, he's confused. Stephen King.
Okay, well here we are. I think we've got our matchup for this time next year.
Sons of Anarchy, Biker
Mice from Mars. There we go. Get ready for that in December 2021. Oh, I've forgotten which one we said we were going to do now.
Friday Night
Lights. Yeah,
I mean,
right.
Lights.
So,
okay, after you.
No, go on.
No, I leant back into my fan.
Yeah, I know. I want to do the same.
So it's American Football Town.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, it's just a little show based in Texas, and they're all they like football, American football. So hand
to egg.
Yeah, and it's just all right. Like I think if you like football, yeah, I thought some of the characters had promise, like the one with the broken spine at the end of the episode.
Yep.
Liked him.
You're a big fan of spinal fractures, are you?
Well, that's the thing. It sounds like that's an interesting storyline. Some cunt who can barely throw a ball at the start of the episode and scores the winning try, touchdown, goal.
I don't know. I think they call it a strike or a hole in one.
I'm naming things that mean you've done a good in sports.
I think it's an eagle.
It's an ippon. Alright, he does that, and like you sort of go, all right, cool. Your hero arc is complete.
Yeah.
You've won the game. Now fuck off and show me the cunt who can't walk anymore. Like that's, and I think he would have interesting stories of but that's the thing. So then 5 seasons later, he throws the winning touchdown in wheelchair American football.
I think that it's just, like I imagined he would then pursue a career in wheelchair rugby, which is fucking insane. Do you remember when it was on the Olympics and everyone just went, they're nuts! Like, what they actually do in wheelchair rugby is fucking terrifying.
That's the thing, it's not that different from wheelchair basketball.
Just
Except
the ball's different shape.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I think. But I think you have to like American football to enjoy this properly.
Yeah, like, because I realised that it's quite the what's useful about filming like fictional sport events is that it doesn't really matter what you're watching on screen, so long as the commentators are saying, "Oh, now this is happening," which is entirely how I understood what was going on, because I had no idea what anyone was saying at any one time.
The problem is there's so much of American football I don't understand, like why it stops so often. Like the thing is, I got it when the guy did the tackle and he was like not moving anymore. I was like, yeah, that sounds like a stop. You stopped the game at that point.
Yeah. Ippon.
Yeah. No, he landed on his front. It's and you sort of go, well, I understand the injury, because we have those injuries in the non-sporting world as well.
Yeah.
But I think, it's because it's just a show about American football culture that we don't. I like the idea of that every episode shows you like a week. I think that's quite.
And then ends with the game, or like at some point has the Friday night game. That's a decent structure.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I quite liked that aspect of it. Of just being like, you get like the highlights of each day, and then you get sort of a big bit of the important thing at the end of the week. It's just the same. I don't agree that that's the important bit.
And it's mad, actually, that whole word of like college football, because it's like they're rock stars, you know. You know, and it's so strange. Like, you know, imagine if you were playing a sport for so long and like the country got behind you because of what you were doing. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, like it's insane. Like some of the stories that I've heard about it are nuts for not good reasons, because they can't have sponsorships or get paid until they get into the NFL. So, but the colleges make a lot of money out of marketing them, and so they make a load of money, but the kids might get a free ride through school.
Well,
there was
that case a few years ago, wasn't there? I think it was a girl was assaulted or raped or something, and the guy basically was like, "Oh, this could harm his academic career, being accused of this." And you're like, what the fuck kind of defence is that?
Like, it's going to harm his academic career.
And should.
Because the law library isn't that good.
But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like we said, like the difficulties come with like not really understanding. Like, there's a point where like I was watching it and some guy literally launches himself over everybody else in the front, and I wasn't expecting it, so it actually was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He like fucking takes off. But
and it's when they're calling out like the plays and stuff as well. I was just like,
yeah, it was like, 86 gun flip flop. Use the tractor. I'm like, what? I don't know what any of that means.
There's just one guy at the back going, jacuzzi, jacuzzi. Like, because his mind's already finished the game. He's just like, let's just go back to the showers and whip each other with towels. That's sports in my head. But it was nice to see Todd from Breaking Bad.
I've still not forgiven him for being the bastard that he is in Breaking Bad.
Have you seen him in Game Night?
Yeah, he's fucking brilliant in Game Night. I forgave him for that.
Cat. The thing, I haven't seen the end of that film. I really need to find out how it ends.
Oh, it's weird, but it is good. It's a good film, actually. I really enjoyed Game Night. I watched that a couple of years ago.
Oh, speaking of odd film, have you seen Tag?
No, I don't understand how you make a feature film out of a game of tag.
Because one of them's never been got, and
it's Hawkeye.
Yeah, and you sort of go, okay, you're sort of really playing off the fact that he's Hawkeye and maybe Jason Bourne. Like, it's good though. I enjoyed it. I think I watched all of it. I might have fallen asleep.
Yeah, that is the thing that happens with you. And Lisa, actually. It happened a lot over this weekend because I watched, over the weekend, you know, I do this, I try and watch 100 films a year that I've not seen before. I did last weekend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 films over the weekend because I really needed to bump the numbers. Which is weird because during lockdown you'd have thought I'd have watched a lot more, but I just didn't. Through like you know, when it's proper lockdown, when it was a real lockdown, like the lockdown, I didn't watch any films at all.
Why?
I don't know. It was really weird. I just thought it was like, I don't really want to.
Because I remember I worked from home and I watched none because I was a very diligent worker.
Sounds suspiciously like someone who realised his employers might be. No one's listening to this. I wouldn't worry about that.
Okay, so I mean, I watched.
You watched the whole of Gilmore Girls about 6 times.
I completed Netflix. But now I can't keep up because they keep just adding shit to it.
Mm.
Which I'm not mad at because it means that this podcast will go on indefinitely.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
until one of us dies.
It's like 5 shows a week or something now, isn't it? Or 5 films and shows a week that come out on Netflix, like original.
It's so much. Like
it's crazy.
I couldn't put a number on it, but no,
you couldn't watch all the Netflix originals. There's just not enough time.
But that's why it'd be really good if there was a podcast that dedicated themselves to watching the first episode of everything, and then being like, American football's dumb. Just every time, just any show we've watched is like, American football's a bit dumb, innit?
To be fair, I would quite like to watch American football because I would like to understand it. Cause
I'd like to watch it with someone who understood
knows what's
it already.
Happening. Yeah, that would be a really fun thing to do.
It's like the same. If I watch rugby with Ben or my dad, I can ask them questions like, "I don't understand. Why is he in trouble for touching that guy's willy?"
Yeah.
And then they go, oh, "You get in trouble for that when you're not playing rugby." And I'm like, oh, "Okay, I understand now." That would explain all the calls from the police.
Because this is Jeffrey Epstein.
No, because he wasn't playing rugby. It was just a plane.
But yeah, like it's the other part of the show is like a soap opera thing that I just did. I kind of like I really struggled with the whole how earnest. Also, right, so a couple of things that I really struggle with this. One, when the guy starts rapping at the top of the stage and everyone's going nuts for it, and I was like, this is shite. And then the other bit, when they're really earnestly like, oh yeah, we're the greatest team and that, and then they all like take a knee and pray at the start of the game. No, don't do that. And then they pray at the end of the game. And I was like, that's actually quite nice because it's the whole lot praying, and because the one guy's got injured. That bit, I was like, that's kind of all right.
Yeah, but you know, they're not praying that he's fine. They're praying that, you know, it means that they don't add a load more safety stuff to the sport. Yeah. That's what they're actually praying for.
I mean, the crazy thing about American football, like, this is my very, very basic understanding of it. Like, I kind of feel like the reason rugby is probably a lot safer is because you're not in a fucking case. Like, you've not got the helmet on, you've not got the shoulder pads, right? So you're going to take a bit more care when you go in for a tackle. But these guys are just, like, cracking heads. all the fucking time, and it's no good for the fucking bombs.
Well, that's the I figure that they take more risks, and also because, as far as I understand it, the nature of the game is to stop people running like 10 yards, whereas in rugby it's to stop them getting closer to your end.
Yeah.
And in American football, it seems to be every tackle is like do or die.
Yeah.
In this case, die a bit.
Yeah. Break the spine. Apparently, but like this is another thing that is a thing I've heard, is apparently there are players who go their entire career without touching the ball. Like, I think their job is just to like get in the way.
Yeah, that'll be the big fat cunts.
Hello.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Not anymore, you're past it, mate.
Yeah. I'm past my prime.
I think it's something to do with, I think sports shows, inherently you have to be interested in the sport.
I'm not sure that's true. Because when we did, on the co-director thing, we did Whip It, I knew nothing about roller derby, and I loved that film.
I think, I want to say the difference is there that
you could understand what was going on, and it wasn't all in a different language. And also
it was, you followed her through her discovery of the sport, and then they explained how the sport worked. And then at the end you were like, fucking A. But this has a lot of like assumed knowledge, which if we were American we'd have, because this is their only sport.
Yeah. Well, or, I don't know,
baseball. Yeah, baseball I get because it's rounders.
And fencing, and competitive Monopoly.
Eating.
Yeah, that too.
Competitive Monopoly.
Well, it gets competitive anyway. I really hate Monopoly as a board game. It just is horrible.
It's because you're no good at it.
Well, this is the thing. It's good for one person at a time. I mean, I guess that is literally the definition of having a monopoly.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's very successful at doing what it says it's going to do. But if you're not that person, and you don't relish taking money off people and other people being really bitterly disappointed with how their game's going, it's really shit.
Do you know, can we do that when me and Jack ride down?
Not
Monopoly. Can we play a board game?
Maybe, if we have time. I mean, we are going to... This is probably something that shouldn't be recorded. But we're going to get food, and I guess when we come back there should be time. I don't know, it depends what you want to play, I guess.
We can squeeze something in.
Yeah.
The DJ game. I like that one.
Fuck, what's that called?
I can't remember what it's called. I have it in the other room.
Oh shit. Huh? Do you? Oh, that game. No, sorry, I thought you were talking about Drop Mix. No, you're talking about the one where you link up to a Spotify and you've got to play the song, get the cut. Yeah, that is a good game, actually. Yeah, we'll do that.
It's good. It's nice and it's short as well.
Yeah, I forgot we had that game, actually. It's a really good one. Yeah, we'll do that. Anyway.
So, Parenthood.
Just quickly, are you going to continue watching?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. There's a little bit of me that's curious, but at the same time, I doubt it.
There's too much of it, I think.
No, there's
too much of it for something I don't really understand.
There's 5 seasons, but I don't know. Maybe they might explain the sport. Nope. I realised what I was saying. They're not going to explain it.
Nope.
I might see if I can find some clips of Michael B. Jordan in it though, to see if he's as good as he was in Black Panther.
He is great in that. I don't think I've actually seen him in anything else. But
have you not seen Fantastic Four?
No.
The Fantasticest Fantastic Four?
No, I've heard it's not great.
No, they really need to nail those characters at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they've sort of been done a disservice. But I went and saw Fantastic Four 2, Rise of the Silver Surfer, at the cinema twice.
Why?
I don't know. I went with someone, and then I went with his brother as well, separate occasions. So,
do they not get on?
Yeah, at that time, not really. My chest is getting really, really tight. It's very strange. It's quite an uncomfortable feeling. Kind of really hurts. Like, it feels like my heart's on fire. Which is
well, the world is on fire right now.
Yeah, that's very true. Parenthood. Oh yeah, I'm definitely not watching Friday Night Lights.
I wasn't even gonna ask. To be fair.
Yeah.
Parenthood.
She doesn't talk fast enough.
I thought there were a little bit at the beginning. I was like, ooh, Lorelei's back in a new show that I haven't seen before.
This is the trouble. Is obviously because we've spent many hundreds of hours.
I realised
her as one person.
I'd realised that I'd never seen her in anything else.
I think Bad Santa.
I don't think I've actually seen that.
Have I seen that? I remember I started watching it a little while ago. I don't know if we finished it because it was shite. Yeah, no, we didn't finish it. It was fucking awful.
Yeah, it is weird seeing her in this. But the thing is, there was... you wouldn't recognise him. Her son in this is Alex from 13 Reasons Why as well. So I recognise those two people. And I recognised the voice of her daughter. And I couldn't remember where
Just
from.
the voice?
That's the thing, because it's a voice that I've heard because she does voice acting for video games.
Okay. What's she been in?
She was in a Spyro game.
Right, that makes sense.
She's Yuffie in Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3.
Okay. I don't remember.
I might just be Spyro. I'm now looking at the list and I was like, yeah, I haven't really played many of these. She was also in Gilmore Girls.
Oh, really?
She was in A Year in the Life. I think she played one of the 30 Squad.
One of the what squad?
The 30 Squad.
That
they're always trying to set.
I've only seen it once.
You need to watch it again. She was in Young Justice. Oh, she did some voices in Jackie Chan's Adventures.
I don't think she's been in anything that I would recognise, to be fair. Oh, she was Johnny Bravo. She did a lot of cartoons.
I know. I do recognise her.
Friends.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. She was X number 5 or 6. Ah, cool.
Roxy Richter.
Yeah.
I need to watch Scott Pilgrim again because that was good. I really like
It's
that.
really good. They did a full cast reading for the 10th anniversary because they were going to re-release it in cinemas for like a limited run, and I was 100% just going to go see it again.
I think it was. It's definitely Edgar Wright's least appreciated movie.
I think profit-wise, yes. I think if you look at people talk about it on the internet,
yeah, that's true.
There are some video essays and stuff that I've seen about it where they're just like, this film is basically perfect. It's shot perfectly. It's not necessarily the perfect adaptation, story-wise, but he manages to get the feel of it being a comic book into the film.
Yeah. I really liked it. I thought it was good.
It's really good. I might watch it again. I also just love the soundtrack.
Yeah. Oh shit! What's his band called? It's got a cool name.
Sex Bomb.
That's it.
And they all had to learn how to play instruments to be in that film.
Well, I mean, you'd hope so.
Well, anyone who played an instrument in it had to learn how to do it. And also, the amount of superheroes that are just in that film. Captain Marvel, Superman, Captain America.
That's it.
Yeah, I feel like there's another one, but...
Were you thinking that Scott Pilgrim was Lex Luthor because he looks like... Because I kind of feel, Michael Cera
he looks
Jesse
like a young Jesse Eisenberg.
I always get a little bit confused with those two. I don't really know why, because they're not that similar.
No. Well, Michael Cera's typecast to shit.
Yeah.
I so oh
So, anyway,
Mary
Parenthood.
Elizabeth Winstead played Huntress in the Canary films, in the new Harley Quinn thing.
Oh right, okay.
So technically,
I've not seen that.
4 superheroes.
That'll do.
Yeah, I'm gonna find another one. Yeah, Parenthood. Yeah, I actually quite liked it. Apart from that, it's weird to see Lorelai have other children, and there be no
It's a
Rory.
boy. Yeah, I that did. It did take me a while, and I'm still like, yeah, I don't feel like. This is tricky. It's really tricky because they're quite similar in ways, so it was difficult to like, to separate the two of them. I thought.
Yeah, I think that's what was weird. What I quite liked is that if you picture it as it's still Lorelai, but she has a much healthier relationship with her parents to start with. So when she needs help, she goes to them and they're like, "Fucking come and live here with your 2 kids." How did you get 2 kids? Where's Rory? But once they got past all that and they were like, "Oh, I guess you've just stolen someone else's kids," and then they just I guess it's nice to almost think that like this is Lorelai's sort of like nice family relationship, but at the same time it's 100% not that.
Yeah.
But I think I actually quite liked it.
I thought it was alright. Like, it was. Like, I thought it was one thing, and then by the halfway point, I was like, "Oh, it's this. It's a different type of thing altogether." And like, it was fine. But
Can you explain more the things?
Well, just like so, you think, "Oh, it's just a quirky comedy. Haha, we're back to live with mum and dad. Oh, isn't this really funny? Because they're not going to get on because the dad's really aggressive."
And then there's some weird darker tones and.
Yeah, but I kind of enjoyed it, and like he slept with this girl, and then he opens the fridge and there's some other guy's sperm just chilling in.
Yeah. The thing when I was watching it, because it was still really hot, I was like, man, I'd love to be standing next to a fridge.
Yeah, I thought exactly the same thing. But then when it started getting into like, we think there's something actually about our son that we never really understood, and like it turns out that he might have Asperger's, and I was like, okay, now this is getting interesting.
And it was because what I liked about that little arc, because what I like is that essentially you have one big family, but you get like lots of little different stories from them, and there was some baseball, which I understood because it's rounders.
It's easier because like he hit the ball, and it's like, that's a good thing. I understand it.
Yeah, because it makes a good sound, and you sort of go yes.
Yeah.
But even in Friday Night Lights, when he hits him and you hear the cracking, you go, that's a bad sound.
I didn't need a commentator to say he's hit it and now he can run and that's cool.
Yeah, but then when he gets out and the dad's like going nuts, I'm like, that's the thing. That was my buy-in essentially for it. I was like, he's just going nuts. He's gonna get 100% banned, and then later on he just gets straight up banned from going to these baseball games. I'm like, called it. I'm smart.
Don't know about that.
But I just quite like that they all have different shit going on, and then like when they all come together as siblings and they're just sort of like talking about shit, and they're just like, oh my god, I can't. But what?
Yeah.
I thought my life was bad, but Jesus,
yours is fucked. Yeah, no, it was decent actually. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, which is nice.
Yeah, I liked the son having maybe being on the spectrum storyline, because it starts off with his dad being like, fucking no, and then just sort of having to like calmly tell his dad and just be like, Dad, look, you need to stop being such a shit with him. Like, because he's like, I need your help because he needs my help. I was like, that's
a very sweet
good shit.
The only thing I do worry about, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot going on, and it's a lot of people who've got a lot going on Like, so by the very end, when the one brother, like, his ex-girlfriend comes back, and it's like, oh, this is your son. It's like, oh, what? And another thing. It was like, I don't know if he needed that one. Like, in the pilot, it was like full of shit.
I'm wondering if maybe some of those storylines take a back seat for a few episodes.
Yeah.
Because they can't, like, have that much going on in every episode. Well, I suppose they could, but it'd be mental.
Yeah, it would get very, very difficult to follow, and yeah, quite
The thing is, I am pretty sure that this is what Lauren Graham's first thing after Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, I think so. Because, I mean, she looks identical to how she does at the end of Series 7.
Yeah, I'm interested. What did... I'm just going to look it up because I'm curious. Where's television role?
Go to bookmarks, Lauren Graham.
Oh no, she did a bunch of shit. But as like she did like bits and pieces, I think. And yeah, she did Broadway and stuff, and yeah. I think this might be the first thing she was the lead in.
Well, I don't know about that, because she was the voiceover announcer for Special K.
Well, no, that sounds like the leading role.
Yeah. She looks like a Special K advert.
Yeah? Weirdly, I don't watch a lot of live TV, so I don't really...
She's an episode of Family Guy. I didn't know that.
She's married... No, well, her partner is the guy who plays her brother.
That's confusing.
In this TV, in Parenthood.
Since 2010, yeah.
So they started filming this and were like, we play really well as brother and sister. Wanna bang?
Weird.
Yeah. The thing, I might watch a bit more of this. There's only 13 episodes in season 1. I realise I'm on the season 1 list. Oh my Christ. Okay, there's 103 episodes.
Oh my god.
I reckon I could do that.
Well, in a week.
I've got a week off coming up, so...
Oh, there you go.
Challenge accepted. Because I'm just looking at the names of some of them, and some of the names are interesting.
What, the episodes?
Yeah. What I want is for... The thing, I just want some Gilmore Girls reference. That's all I really want. And I'll just stop watching at that point. So if they've managed to not do one at all, I'm going to be pissed. Because I'm going to watch the whole thing and be like, no one mentioned how she looks like Lorelai.
I'm going to read the very last one. Yeah, there's no synopsis there.
The last episode is called May God Bless You and Keep You Always. Ugh.
Someone's dying.
Might not watch that one. Bloody religion.
There is one that's called Wazza.
Yeah. Oh, it's only... Wait. Why can't they just keep a season length? 13, 22, 18, 15, 22, 13. Why not just do 6 13s?
Here's something that's weird. I've just googled "May God Bless You and Keep You Always" to try and get what happens in the very last episode, and it's thrown up a video from Sons of Anarchy. That was very strange.
I think there's some big hints that we're going to be doing Sons of Anarchy at some point.
Let me see. Okay, so there's there's a words of planning wedding. There's a mate's phone call, water company. Prepare for wedding.
This sounds so fucking mundane.
The episode, baseball field. Oh wow! Ha.
Does someone get beaten to death at a baseball field?
I mean, it's pretty close.
Oh.
Yeah. It looks... right.
Here's a fun fact. There's more episodes of our podcast than there are episodes of Parenthood, the TV show.
Does that mean we win? Does that mean we're better?
We've definitely made less money.
I don't know about that. I'm straight balling now.
How?
Living off that sweet Patreon. Oh yeah, I set up a Patreon and I've been taking it all for 5 years.
Okay, cool. Don't worry about it.
Shit, we've nearly finished 5 years of this. That's crazy.
I know.
2 more to do, and then that's this one. That's shit.
Oh, I guess what's next?
What's
yes.
next is
Oh yes.
we're
Mighty
going
Dark
mental.
Goose.
I think it's going to be very strange, the next one, because there's quite surrealist. It's difficult to do surrealism well, I think.
I'm not gonna lie. I've seen both of these shows and I like them both.
Okay, well that's cool. I've never seen Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, but
That's why it's on the list. So I remember we talked about it and I went,
Yeah.
"Oh, you really need to watch that." And you're like, "Oh,
You
I don't
know-
have time."
you know when we talked about that? It was
Like
in
3 years ago or something.
2016. It was when I came down to your house in Hastings.
Yeah. Do you know how many times that pairing has been bumped?
Oh, was it? Is this the one that's?
It was-
Maybe we should
it
move
was-
to
it
next
was-
year then.
It was in season 2.
Was it?
Yeah.
Let's move it to next year.
So what should we do next? Should we do Sons of Anarchy?
Yep, Sons of Anarchy and Viking Wage from Mars. Yeah, Parenthood, alright, it's fine. Friday Night Lights, it's fine, but
It's fine.
I don't know.
You have to like sports. In Parenthood, you have to like humans.
Well, one in
Which-
particular.
Yeah, if you like Lauren Graham, you'll probably like it.
That's sort of like an ethos that we live by, I feel.
Well, wherever she leads, I will follow.
Disgusting. I think I'm about to have a heart attack.